Mr. Benn, clown. It was a cold and rainy day when Mr. Benn woke up. Although he wasn't very hungry, Mr. Benn thought he would get hungry later on in the day. So he went downstairs to make himself a bowl of porridge. However, he realized that he ran out of porridge. Now what? Mr. Benn thought to himself. He was really frustrated. Mr. Benn didn't like the rain, but if he didn't go out, he would be really hungry. Mr. Benn put his clothes on and left his house at number 52 Festing Road. He was on his way to the shops when suddenly Mr. Benn noticed a shopkeeper right in front of him. It was like real magic. The shopkeeper told Mr. Benn to come to his shop where you go into adventures. Mr. Benn said, "Okay," to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper led Mr. Benn to his shop. Before Mr. Benn knew it, he dove into the world of clothes. The shopkeeper said to Mr. Benn, "You pick one costume and then you go to the magic door where you start an adventure." Mr. Benn chose the clown costume. The shopkeeper gave Mr. Benn the clothes and Mr. Benn walked into the changing room. After Mr. Benn had changed, he went through the door where real adventures begin. After he went through the door, he saw a really crowded city with colossal buildings. As if by magic, Mr. Benn saw his friend Knuckles. "Hello." Mr. Benn had no time to speak. "Listen," exclaimed Knuckles and continued. "The Prime Minister instructed that all clowns are to go to the Royal Albert Hall for the International Children's Day in 3 days." "Then let's practice," said Mr. Benn. All the clowns practiced, but only for 1 hour. They thought it was enough, but Mr. Benn didn't think so. It was nearly the end of the 3 days. Mr. Benn thought it would be a good idea to inform the Prime Minister of this situation. So he told the Prime Minister that all the other clowns practiced very little, but he thought they needed more practice. He also said that the other clowns thought that they would be able to perform at the Royal Albert Hall with them only practicing for 1 hour. The Prime Minister said, "It doesn't matter, Mr. Benn. If you practice, the other clowns will fail and you won't." Mr. Benn said, "Okay." It was quite late, so Mr. Benn decided to go to sleep, but he woke up really early and did 8 hours of training. The next day, all the clowns went into the Royal Albert Hall and they all failed except Mr. Benn. After the performance, Mr. Benn told all the other clowns that if they didn't practice so much, then they wouldn't succeed in life. A minute later, as if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared again and asked Mr. Benn whether he wanted to buy the costume that he's tried on. In response, Mr. Benn said, "No thank you, because I don't have enough money at the moment." Mr. Benn went into the changing room. When Mr. Benn got changed, the shopkeeper gave him a souvenir to keep. It was a red nose. Mr. Benn was starving by now. He went to the shops and bought some porridge, and when he got home, he ate all of the porridge himself because he was starving. Unfortunately, he had to go out and buy some porridge because he ate all the porridge he bought before. Moral: if you don't practice so much, then you won't succeed in life. Thanks for watching my story. If you enjoyed this video, please click the button to subscribe to my YouTube channel.